What's up everyone, welcome back to Imagination Tech. My name is Jeff and I've been using the same radio for FPV for the past 6 years, and today is the day that I'm going to be saying goodbye to it.
Hello, what's up? Hello.
Kita mo yung kalsada? Oh, sige. Oh, alam mo na yung limits mo muna. Oh, tayo yan.
Dito, nalilito ako, pre.
Tik mo, aliligaw ka pa ata.
Kaya maliligaw ako eh. Saan ba?
Yes, yan tayo. Yan na.
Ito.
Yes. Forward lang, forward. Taas, forward. Ito. Yo to the right, yan. Aba. Good. All good. All good. I wasn't sure what to vlog about today. We're just flying. It's maybe the third time Bong is here, visiting us here in Baguio. So we went to the Wall of Loacan, where we had some sketchy flights. Recently I posted about this power station, which actually, you didn't know, doubles as a chair. But yeah, so I'm just going to use today's video as an intro to my old new radio. So this is the QX7. This is my daily driver, my daily radio, my daily driver since end of 2017, early 2018, I believe, when I got this. And this is pretty much still priced, it's still available today and still pretty much priced the same as it was when it came out back then. It just drives home my point that if you want to save some money on this hobby, you don't need to upgrade your radio all the time. So the reason I really like this radio was that it was not as big as the X9D, which was also around at that time. It was a little bit cheaper than the X9D as well. It had good ergonomics. It was a little bit wider instead of tall, so it is a little bit smaller. These are already upgraded to Hall sensor gimbals, so this could last a really long time. The firmware is already updated to Edge TX, so it's keeping up with the times. Both the hardware and software have stood the test of time. So since then, there's been the Jumper T16, I believe, the Radio Master T16S, TX12, all of those iterations, which were, most of them were a lot bigger, or some of them were like gamepad style, like the TBS Tango, the TBS Tango 2, the Jumper T Lite, and some other like the FreeSky X Lite controller. So you either had the option of having a really small compact radio or something ginormous like the TX16S. So that's why I stuck with this, because, you know, first of all, functionality wise, it still does the same as any of those radios. Probably not a touchscreen, not a color touchscreen, which you don't really need that just so that you can fly. It's a nice fancy thing, but you don't really need it as long as this thing is functional, and the ergonomics of this is really great. It has a JR bay, so I can fly Crossfire and ELRS. So this pretty much was all that I needed. Now, since getting ELRS, the problem I had was that I had to switch. I still use Crossfire, so some of my drones were on Crossfire and some were using ELRS. So every now and then I had to change the module. And since I was traveling a lot, I was starting to feel that this was a little bit too big for my taste, especially since I had to bring along 2 modules. So I was actually looking for a new radio last year, that already had ELRS built in, because the only FreeSky receivers that I'm using right now is with my Tiny Hawk Freestyle 2, which was, it's not even working anymore. So I think it was high time for me to change my radio. And it's not because this radio isn't really good. I mean, I could still use this for the next 5 years and I'd probably be pretty happy. I wanted something a bit more compact, something that made me not bring 2 modules, and that's why I'm retiring this. I'm just putting this for sale, probably, most likely, and changing my radio. So late last year I got the Radio Master Boxer, and the reason for that is, as I mentioned earlier, this already has a built-in ELRS, so I can have my Crossfire permanently here, and I don't have to lug around an extra module. And this should be, you know, everything that I need. It's size-wise, it's a little bit smaller than the QX7, as you can see. It might seem like just a little size difference, but it's actually going to be a lot, especially for me that I might be on the road for a long time. So who knows, but it's happened in 2024 and 2023 where I had stayed in a different place other than my home. So that's going to be pretty much useful, not having to lug around an extra module, and the slightly smaller form factor of the Radio Master Boxer. The size comparison in the backpack, if we take out the QX7 and we put in the Boxer, there's a lot of space left here. So we might have to reconfigure my drone bag, or maybe replace this whole drone bag completely. Ergonomic wise, it also does feel, you know, similar to the QX7. It's very comfortable in my hands, and I didn't want to get a smaller game style controller. At least here I still have it's not exactly a big screen. It's also still not a touch color LCD screen or OLED screen, but it's similar in size to the QX7, and at least has the same dimensions at least. So that's going to be all that I need. I mean, I just need this for telemetry, some basic information, so timers and battery levels. So that's more than enough that I need. And some people, like even Kebab FPV, he is of the opinion that you don't really need a screen on the radio at all. So, you know, I have a small screen here, and this is perfect. The number of switches and the number of knobs are practically the same, except that instead of a switch here on top and here, you have a button and you know, a momentary button here. That's more than enough for what I need. There's also a 6 positions. This is considered a 6 position switch, so this is more than enough for what I normally use. The switches on the QX7 has been more than enough for me, and this is going to be plenty for what I intend to use. This is not going to be a review of the Radio Master Boxer, because this has been out for 2 years already, so you can just check out Bardwell's video. But yeah, this is going to start to be my daily driver from here on out, and I really like it. It's quite light. It's a little bit lighter than the QX7, and as I mentioned, it's slightly smaller. It might not seem like a big difference to you, but it's a big difference for me. Ikaw bahala. Nasa sa iyan kung pwede. It's my power station that I recently built. Hindi pala recently. That was 2 years ago, but I've been